So last month, I had this brilliant idea to start a book club with my neighbors. I figured, hey, what better way to build community than by collectively pretending to finish War and Peace? I sent out a group text, and to my surprise, everyone was immediately on board. That is, until I asked what our first book should be. There was an awkward silence, well, as much as you can have in a text thread, and then my neighbor Dave replied, how about something saucy and full of drama? I assumed he meant a romance novel, but, in hindsight, maybe I should have asked for clarification. The first meeting was at my place, and I set out candles, poured wine, and even put out those little bookmarks nobody ever uses. Everyone showed up empty-handed except for our neighbor Linda, who brought a stack of menus from Tony's Pizzeria. I thought we could read these instead, she joked. But then Dave piped up, honestly, I've never made it past the appetizers. Maybe tonight's the night. Before I knew it, everyone was poring over the menu like it was the new Stephen King. They started discussing the character development in The Supreme, and Linda insisted the margarita had the most compelling backstory. Somehow, this devolved into a heated debate about whether stuffed crust qualified as a plot device or just a cheap gimmick. People were getting passionate, like, my uncle in a Facebook comment section passionate. At one point, Dave started reading the dessert section aloud with the intensity of a Shakespearean actor. The group analyzed the twist ending of the calzone, and someone suggested the garlic knots were an underrated subplot. I tried to steer us back to actual books, but the only thing anyone wanted to discuss was whether Tony's had foreshadowed the arrival of the new vegan cheese. So now, every Thursday, we gather to read the pizza menu. I'm not saying we're literary scholars, but I can identify every topping by author and genre, and Dave has started writing fanfiction about the meat lovers. Last night, Linda declared, we're the most well-read people on the block. And that's when I realized, in our book club, the only thing we ever finish is a slice, and sometimes, the plot thickens, but only if you order extra cheese.